What's up, SmarterQueue users? Pete McPherson from DoYouEvenBlog here. Want to give you a very quick tour of the new features SmarterQueue is releasing currently. They're not live yet, but they will be very, very soon. Really cool stuff in here. I'm in a dev account right now. I'll try and make this video pretty quick, but right off the bat, let's start with the queue. Obviously, that's like your dashboard. If you just click on SmarterQueue, you're hitting your queue. These are the posts I have coming up. These are all like tests, by the way, so you can ignore my errors. I just threw in a bunch of content in like 10 seconds just so I could have something to show you, so ignore my errors. This is the queue, the content. You'll notice one thing right off the bat. This column right here does not scroll down with me. Hallelujah! That's so handy. As you're like scrolling your queue, you can still access your filters. I want to view only my Twitter profile, only, this particular category, which I don't have queued. That was a bad example. There you go. This particular category, I can do that. This does not scroll. Now, click here to remove these filters, and overall, just a little bit of design work right here. As you can see, this little pop-out menu, you can click to hide it right there. This can be accessed with any of this stuff. So edit post, obviously that's a big one. You can do that from here. We'll come back to this screen in just a moment. I'm going to cancel. You can see that's new. Preview, you can click that and you'll preview the post right here. Here's my Twitter thing. Here's what it's gonna look like. Where's another one? LinkedIn, let's look at that one. Here's what my LinkedIn thing is gonna look like. Pretty handy. And the rest of the things, you can hover over your menu and view the stats and all that good stuff. So it looks a little bit different than the way SmarterQueue currently does it, but you can access all that stuff right here in your list thing. So list thing. I'm sure that's what they would want me to call it. Anyways, list view. Additionally, we now have week view and month view. So you can view all of your content by the week, Monday through Sunday right here. As you can see, you can navigate to the next week like so. There you go. There's my content scheduled out for next week. I'll go back, forward, whatever. This is awesome for a few different reasons. For one, it just gives you a nice little layout. You can kind of see what's coming up, what's going on. You can still use your filters just like you normally would. And there you go. That, if I just wanted to see that category, etc. You can also show your unused time slots. So this is pretty handy. You can see they're like grayed out. Similarly to week, of course, is month. A new view right here. You can view all of your posts in the monthly view. And right now, you can see I'm kind of just viewing each individual post. And see, this day I have more. I can click See All Post, and it brings out this nice little slider here. Same thing with the list view, right? It just pops up right here. I can edit, I can preview, all that great stuff. Let me hide that. You can also just look at posts by profile. Like how many times am I posting to my Twitter profile? One time. How many times to my LinkedIn? Here's one where I have 2 for each day. Or for each profile, rather. You can also look by category similarly. You can see oh, this day I have 2 of this category, 1 of this category, 1 of this category, etc. Pretty handy. And if you click these, by the way, they will actually bring it up. So you can see which post it is or which group of posts. Like this has 4 of the same category. Might not want to do that in real life, but I can click that and it brings up the 4 posts right there where I can edit, I can move around, I can do all sorts of awesome stuff. So, okay, really cool. Got some new views here. Let me turn that off and go back. There we go. List view, week view, month view. Okay, moving on. The posting, add a post. I'm going to click this, but this applies if you're adding via RSS feed or whatever. You can see that this automatically looks different. It is now full screen, which is awesome. And you just have this updated section on the right, which will have live previews once I actually pick something. Let's go with my own blog post. Let's go with Twitter and LinkedIn. And you'll see that it's already starting to populate with previews. This is really handy. DoYouEvenBlog is absolutely stunning. And boom, look at that. It's updating. You can add links. I'll add this link from a podcast interview I did with Desiree Ojic. Paste that in there. I'll see what happens. Boom. There it is. So it's really cool. I love this full screen so you can see what's going on a little bit better. It has the previews that automatically pop up and populates. Really, really handy. First of all, Once you add a link, you'll actually notice that the link settings are now over here. We'll explore that in just one second, but I want to point out that you can just start typing in original and it'll kind of like update both of this copywriting, right? For LinkedIn and Twitter in my case, or Facebook or Instagram or whatever you use. But you can also just click on these to update the different profiles accordingly. I just wanted to update LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn, period. And that'll populate down there, but not up here, of course. Add media, I could change this around to have some GIFs. This is the same as the old SmarterQueue interface. Still really handy, by the way, but there it is. Same thing with post once, requeue after posting. You can make a post expire after 11 times or expire after a certain date or etc. And then when to post right here, you can save as draft, set a date and time, post now, add a top of queue, add a bottom of queue, etc., whatever. Before we move on here, of course, we got to we got to look at the new link settings. So this is really, really, really cool. First, it's going to show you what link you're linking to, and then you have the option to add in unique tracking mechanisms. I don't know what UTM stands for. UTM parameters right here from Google Analytics. So if you click no, it would just push through to like the link as normal. The bit.ly link would redirect here. If you click yes, you can actually edit your campaign mediums and your sources right here. It's really cool. You can actually edit your default parameters that'll pop up if you want to populate these in your settings, or you can customize them for each post. It's super, super handy. This is going to be my medium socials to like Twitter. Campaign name would be like Desiree or something. I don't know. Content, I don't know. Podcast, interview, or I don't know. You can play around with different stuff, but you can add it straight from here, and you'll see that now, look, it's populated. It'll tack on all these UTMs at the end of my URL. It's super handy. It's super handy. You can do that right here in SmarterQueue. That's awesome. And you hide it just to get that out of the way. And more link previews down here at the bottom. So if you wanted to, like, change your images, that's awkward. Twitter, use Twitter cards, or you can use media. We'll just pick this one from my post. There's Desiree. Add that. It'll repopulate down there. Boom. There you go. So if I go back to preview, all that's updated. Now it has my big image. Now there. Now when this, you can see the bit.ly placeholder link right here. That just shows you where the bit.ly link is going to be. And yeah, that's it. It's a new way to post. I'm going to click, I'll just click save. We'll save that as draft. You can also, one more thing I want to show you is a little change to the bulk importing process. Almost everything else is the same, by the way, like going through analytics and schedule and categories and profiles and all that great stuff, pretty much the same. But if you go to import from RSS and you're doing bulk imports from, let me just type in DoYouEvenBlog.com, clearly the best website on the planet. It'll populate here in a second. We will go to bulk import, which will be right over here somewhere, and add like a bunch of these RSS feeds to my social queue at the same time. There's some additional features such as, oh, here we go. Here's a bunch of my posts. I'm going to click bulk, and you can see, you can go through the list here and do evergreen, not evergreen. You could exclude this one, exclude that one. You can, choose your category. You can do your copywriting. You can choose your social profiles, not LinkedIn for that one, or whatever you want. Go through all that. Down here, you'll see at the bottom of the screen, import options. Import options. Pretty cool. Now I can automatically queue all of these to the top of my queue or the bottom of my queue. That's super handy. You could also do the same UTMs down here. You can edit the settings if you want to. Pretty handy. I love being able to do this right from the SmarterQueue dashboard. You could turn off click tracking and all that great stuff if you wanted. I would leave that alone to the default. If I were you, that's just me personally. Close that out, and that's it. Pretty cool. I love the new queue. I love the list view and how it can populate previews right there. Go through here, preview that one, preview that one. Really cool stuff. I love how this is fixed, so you can just scroll and scroll and scroll and still have access to your filters and like what's going on over here. I love that. And of course, week view, you can look at it via month and just, well, that's February. Let's go to March. There we go. March. You can look at how many posts you get queued up by profile, by category, all that great stuff. You can see which ones these are in the little slide out pane. It's just awesome. Some great updates here to SmarterQueue. And that's it. If you're not already a user, I stand by these guys. They're not paying me to say that either. Although you can use my affiliate link if you would like a double-linked full trial. It's usually 2 weeks. You can get to a full month or maybe a 30-day free trial if you use my affiliate link, which I'll link to below on YouTube. But it's a really great product. I enjoy the heck out of it. I'm about to switch back over to my live version instead of the dev version and drool and dream for when they finally release these features. It's going to be good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. For Do You Even Blog, I'm Pete McPherson, signing off from YouTube. Adios.